Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review on Belle Collective. Girl, let's get into it. So Latrice pops up with Selena, honey, or at least Selena pops up on the show. And y'all know Latrice is doing this whole wig launch or whatever. She decided that she's about to invite Selena onto the show, or at least not invite her on the show, but invite her to the lunch party, right? First of all, right out the gate, Selena is letting people know that the reason she came on this show is so that she can beef with Gucci. Right out the gate, she has an issue with Gucci, and it was clear based on the previous episodes that Gucci got an issue with Selena. For me, I do feel like there is a bit of jealousy there when it comes to Gucci and Selena. I have not watched the interview that Gucci has done with Carlos King. I have not watched his interviews in a very long time. I did hear about the Gucci interview, so I am thinking about checking it out and seeing what all she has to say. But for me, I just kind of feel like Gucci, is you jealous of Selena just a bit? Like that's what it's giving. And I actually like you on the show. I would hate to be torn between the both of y'all because I love me some Selena down. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just see. I'm gonna judge y'all accordingly based on how y'all act or whatever on the show. But anywho, Latrice says something when she's with Selena. She says something like, "Ooh, before there was a Gucci, there was a Selena." And I'm like, and before there was a you, there was a Selena too, because didn't Cliff mess with Selena? Didn't he say that at the last reunion or somewhere when he was talking to JJ? So what you talking about? But anyway, girl. So Selena let us know that Gucci has a lot of names, from Shantae to Sophia to So Gucci. And I'm like, girl, that is a lot of names. Like, which one is it? When do you use the name Shantae versus the name Sophia versus the name So Gucci, girl? When do you use the names? All right. Selena also lets us know that oftentimes Gucci will ignore her as though she is not there. I feel like that could be for good reason. I feel like maybe y'all both do that to each other, possibly IDK. I know at the baby shower, I do believe that you guys did speak to each other, and we'll get to that as to why I feel that way. But maybe y'all do the same thing. But honestly, Gucci girl, I don't know. I feel like you might be a tad bit jealous of that lady. And not that she has anything that you really want for real, for real. I think it's just that I think it's more so about the place that she holds in JJ's life, is what I would think that you might feel. And you may not be jealous, but you may feel a way about that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because of the position he allows her in his life, she may sometimes overstep her boundaries or whatever. Who knows? So that might have something to do with it. But listen, I am here for Selena coming onto the show. I enjoyed her so much over there on Bring It, baby. I enjoyed her so much on Bring It. So I'm glad that they brought her over to Belle Collective so we could really get into some things. Now, so Gucci, let me go back. Because you did that interview with Carlos and you was over there talking so much SHI that Miss Diana from Bring It had to come to the front and go off on your ass. Hello? Hello? She did. Okay. Diana had to come to the front and she snapped on you about the lies and stuff because you said something about how they were trying to make it seem like JJ and Selena were together or something like that. They trying to make it seem like that they were together when they was on the show. And when I saw that, I said, I don't recall that. I don't remember them ever trying to make it seem like they were together on Bring It. I only really saw that it seemed like he wanted her back. That's what I got from it. He wanted to be back with her or whatever the case was. And Selena wasn't there with him. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what Miss Diana had to say, girl. Okay, so this is what she said in the comments, girl, because I don't know if I'm gonna come to y'all for the interview, but I'm gonna tell y'all what Diana said in the comments over there on Carlos' video. She said, "Oh Lord, not too much on Diddy for L or Bring It. They never made it seem like Selena and JJ were married. They were civil. I was never mad." She says, "I was never made to feel like they were married." Or I guess she meant to say it was never made to feel like they were married. Bring It was about their kids. Fine lines, fine lines. Then she also goes on to say, and she wasn't doing death drops or 8 counts over here, the shade, but my show was the fastest growing in the history of the network. Let's you hold a show on your own first, and then you can get at Bring It. Now Selena may not have done that, but I did. Okay, she says keep this about Selena, but fall back on mine. I'm not Selena. Now listen. Now, when she said this piece, I'm not sure if she was talking to Carlos and Sophia, or if she was just talking to Sophia when she said that, okay? She said, let you hold the show on your own first, and then you can get at bring it, baby. Now, Selena may not have done that, but I did. Keep this about Selena, but fall back off mine, period. So Diana got down in the comments to get some things very clear. Y'all know she don't play about bring it, okay? She don't play about bring it at all. So, girl, you better be careful because you think that Selena the only one on your ass, and you gonna mess around and have Diana on it too, Miss Sophia. So be careful what you saying. I always took it as JJ missing and still being interested in Selena. I never really took it that, it was a situation where they were married. It was none of that. I feel like that was very clear on the show. But anyway, Gucci, whatever you got to dig for to fill away. Let's keep going. All right. Now, Glenn and Latrice, okay. Y'all know that his grandmother is ill. She is close to passing away. I hate to say, but that's where she's at, okay. His She's on hospice is something that we learned, right? She don't seem to be getting any better. When you get put on hospice, just like the cousin said, it's really nothing else they could do for her aside from making her as comfortable as possible, and then she's gonna pass away. You know what's interesting? I saw something on TikTok, and it was called, I think, oh, what was it called? Was it called ADA or something? Assisted. Basically, these people, as they get older, can make a decision to be assisted in death. Where, they can opt in at whatever age, and somebody will come to the house. They can have their final words with the whole family, talk to the family, or whatever the case is, and love on it was this one particular white lady. Her family came to the house. They all said they positive words. They spent their last few hours in the last day or so with her, doing whatever she wanted to do and all of that. But what she chose to do, instead of continuing to live out the rest of her life, she decided to do some type of assisted thing where they unalive you, basically. Like, she just decided to go that route. And the man comes over and he injects her with whatever he injects her with and all of that, and she passes away peacefully. Like, the grandmama was like, I love y'all, I'ma always love y'all, but I'm ready to go to the next level of my life, and I'll still be here with y'all, is what she said. I'll be watching over y'all and stuff and smiling down and having a good time and stuff, but I'm just ready to go to the next part. And I was just like, wow. And they tried to make it seem so glamorized, I guess you could say, as far as one, making people feel like they have control over when and how they pass. And then I don't know. I just, just making it seem like the people were just so confident and happy in this decision and making this decision. Like, the grandmama didn't look like she was too ill or anything, that she couldn't really do a whole lot for herself, but kind of, I feel like she could have been in her 80s or something like that. And some different 80-year-olds have different struggles and stuff. You have some that's normal, still moving around like normal, then you have some that can't really do a whole lot for themselves, and I feel like she could have been like a little bit in between. But I believe her husband passed on, her siblings, her father, like her mom, and she had her kids and her grandkids and all of that, but she was like, she was ready to go. So they did that whole assisted thing, and she was out of here. And I was just like, wow. Wow. That just made me think of that. I don't know if that's something his grandmother would have wanted to make that decision on. But hearing the cousin talk about how tired she is and how she prayed to God to take her home, she probably would have opted to go ahead and go that route. I don't know how much more expensive that is, or if that covers people's insurance, if the insurance covers that or not. But I just thought that was interesting. And I hate that I cannot think of what that thing was called. I'm so mad. Some with an A and a D, but I don't know the rest of the acronym or whatever. But anywho, let's keep going. So Glenn goes in the room. He sees his grandma. He's emotional. He feels like his grandma raised him. They're very close. So to think about her not being here anymore is like really, really getting to him. And I just want to say, Glenn looked just like his grandma. When they were showing those flashbacks and those pictures of them and stuff, I was like, yo, that man looked just like that lady. Okay. I'm like, you sure that wasn't your mama? Okay, look just like her. But anywho, so that's just pretty much everything that went on. He went in, saw his grandmama. She seemed to be happy to see him, but she really couldn't really react how she wanted to, because she was, under medication, struggling to breathe and stuff. So she just had a lot of stuff going on. All right. I feel like when he sees this, his grandmother being so ill at the age that she's at and stuff, I feel like, I don't know if that's gonna be a turning point in his life, but it's definitely gonna make him think and reflect on things in his life and how to get his family back. Because I don't think Glenn is gonna want to die alone. Hello, by himself and all of that. It's gonna put him in a different mental state. But anywho, Letitia, let's get to her. Letitia and Marie, they have a conversation. Of course, Letitia is apologetic for how Glenn acted at that house the other day, and because of that, she decides that she wants to kind of like hook Marie up with somebody, girl, on a blind date. Tisha, I wanted to fight you, girl. I really did. I wanted to throw hands with you because not you done set Marie up to go on this blind date with this guy, and this NIGGA ain't no better than Glenn. Coming up there, meeting her with straight goals in his mouth at the bowling alley. Then when he links up with her, he tells her his name is Playa, or you could call me Playa. What kind of grown ass man that's over 50 with goals in his mouth wants to be called Playa? And why would you even send somebody like that at her door? Like, you definitely did that to be on some funny shit. For real, for real. And of course, Marie was not feeling him, but she continued to force herself to have a good time while on this date. She asked this man what he likes to do, and he said up there talking about he like to play games. She said, oh, okay, so you got a PS5 or something like that. She said, and I'm just like, you too old and too grown for that. I think she asked him about his relationships. He told me he just be out here chilling. I'm like, sir, we too damn old to be out here chilling. You need to be finding your placement in life at this point. Okay, ain't nobody got time for all of that foolishness. Okay, and if I'm an entertainer NIGGA, it definitely want to be an NIGGA like you. Okay, and the fact that he was like, oh, I don't know how to bowl, I don't know how to bowl. She was like, I don't know how to bowl either. He said we could teach each other type thing. It was weird. The dynamic was just weird. He strikes me as a dude that's gonna act like he ain't got it to see how far a woman is gonna go for providing it for him. And Marie, at first, you was giving me, you were giving me the vibe of I like to take care of NIGGAs. So I'm gonna see what he's talking about because I like to be able to show people and impress men with the things that I have and all this and that. Like, that's the vibe that you were giving me. But in the confessionals, you was making a lot of sense. But anywho, by the time she got out the date, her mind was really there after she continued to get to know him and realize this ain't it. She had to let Letitia know, like, girl, this was a horrible ass date, and don't you ever try me on that type of level again, okay? You should know. And you knew that. You knew that, Tisha. Like, girl, Tisha couldn't do nothing for me. Girl, you couldn't even plan a brunch for me, Tisha. I'm sorry, bitch. Because you definitely failed. Like, girl, you couldn't do shit for me. But anywho, honey, let's move on. Latrice over here looking at her new location that she got without So Gucci. She doing a walkthrough talking about the changes, the things she's gonna do. Next thing you know, we see Cliff doing what he always do, and that's eavesdropping around the damn corner, girl, because that's what he do best. Only to walk into the scene, talk about something. I heard you talk about me. And yeah, I am talking about you. And what the fuck you finna do about it? Yeah, we discussed it. You, so what's up? You walked in on what the fuck I got going on. So yeah, we talking about you. What you finna do about it? Like, ugh, I can't. Like, he's irritating. Okay. And the sad part was Cliff was standing up there the whole time looking just like her daddy. He was not looking like her man. He was looking just like a daddy that looked like, who I got to pay for all this for my daughter. Well, she my baby girl, so I love her. I'm going to take it. Like, that's what it was giving. I can't. Then he over there talking about how he had been trying to get her a building, but she wanted to rent. I've been trying to get you your own building. You the one that wanted to rent. Yada yada yada. And she was like, you know why I wanted to, she said, you know why I wanted that you get me a building or something. He said, yeah, because you wanted to rent. No, NIGGA. And that's your motherfucking problem. You love putting words in that woman's mouth. And that's what be killing me softly. You never really let her finish nothing. You barely let her explain anything, but you got all the answers, Sway. And that gets on my fucking nerves. She did not want you to get her a building because it would have been with your money. That's why. And she didn't want you to control her no more than what you already do. She feels like you can control her personal life, but her business life is her escape. That's her great escape away from you and the bullshit. For real, for real. So she didn't want you controlling none of that. And I don't blame her on that. Okay. That's why she ain't getting no damn building with your stupid. And she waited till her money was right so that she can do everything on her own. And again, I don't blame that lady. Okay. I cannot. What else? Letitia meets up with Glenn. They sit down, have a talk. Okay, he thinking everything is all good because she came to the grandma house. That's one thing men do. They love doing the little smallest little shit, thinking that that's gonna be enough to pull you back in. Absolutely the fuck not. Okay, because this lady probably been dealing with your bullshit over the course of God knows how many years that y'all been together. Now I do still feel like y'all came to the show with fluff and bullshit. I do feel like that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that y'all probably have indeed been through some things in y'all marriage, right? So he coming over there like that's supposed to be enough. And Tisha just let him know, listen, okay, just because I came to your grandma's house do not mean that we back to where the hell we were. And if you don't get it together, we definitely gonna be separate, and me and your son gonna be in two different places. He doesn't want that. He wants them all to be in the same house, even if they in the same room and everything. Okay. So he really feels like he said something like, you better get it together, or you really gonna be losing some or whatever. And I'm like, baby, he really think he the catch, don't he? So she decides to go ahead and leave because he's not getting it. He only wants to hear his side, and that's why y'all not getting nowhere, because you think that what it is that you want is the only thing that matters. So she leaves. He goes outside to antagonize her and bother her even more. Okay, still not listening to her, barely let her speak, not hearing shit. So it's like, nah, she finna go. We like, hey, you ain't finna do nothing with my son. You ain't finna take my son. Da-da. She's like, boy, get the hell out of my face. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I know that's real. He's talking about, man, people get a little money, then they start to change. Yeah, see, that's the thing. She probably was depending on you as the breadwinner, but now that she done got on this damn show, it's definitely putting a whole lot more coins in her pocket. Cause I don't know if them brunches and other things were, but it's put more coins in her pocket. And she's starting to see more of her independence and seeing more of how she may not necessarily need your ass. For real, for real. But at the same time, I'm saying all of that, but I truly believe that Letitia ain't going nowhere. She's still with Glenn. Girl, they just doing this stuff for the show. But anywho, let's keep going. Um, Latrice. It's time for Latrice to get ready for her wig launch, right? And what's funny is that she has a new wig for every single Belle. And I don't remember what all she called them, but the ones that stood out to me, it was two of them. It was Hattie Mae, and that's the name of the wig she calling Akeisha. The fact that she's saying that in the confessional is enough to let me know that she and Akeisha gonna get into it at some point. Okay. Then she also called Marie Mo No Row or something like that, or Marie No Monroe or something like that. She said, I can't remember, or Mud No Road, whatever it was funny. And I was like, Latrice, girl, you are a damn mess the way that you sat up here and named all of these wigs for these ladies. Okay. Now, when they get to no, first, let me talk about this. Latrice is talking to the girl doing her hair about Josh. Y'all know Josh ended up telling Akeisha some of her business. Okay. And Treese doesn't like that. She did not invite him to the wig launch or whatever. And she's upset because she don't know how to have that conversation with him and check him and tell him, hey, don't do that. And I feel like Latrice is just a very passive person. She's rarely ever direct. She loves to go to the confessionals and throw shots and stuff like that, and then act like she's that girl over there. But when she get in your face, she really not. So it's like, okay, Latrice girl. But yeah, she got to have the conversation with Josh, and I feel like she's delaying it because she's afraid to have that conversation or whatever. So, girl, it's your business. I don't feel like you should be too afraid to check him about what's your business. Like, you could talk about how you probably felt the way about a situation, I suppose, but if it's about me and my husband, like, I don't need you running back telling no bills all my damn information. If I'm not telling them nothing, why would you go do it? So whatever, there's that. So then, what else happened? Akeisha gets in the confessional. Now, y'all know Selena is invited to come out to the wig lunch. Akeisha says something that's real slick. She says something like, I don't think it's the issue between Selena and the husband, because y'all know Selena messed around with Cliff back in the day or whenever, right? So Akeisha said, I don't think it's more so a thing between the husband and Selena, but I think it could be a thing between Selena and the wife. And they were asking in the confessional, like, oh, so you trying to insinuate that she's a lesbian? And she just did a little, I was like, oh, well, listen, anything is possible. But if it's with Selena, I doubt that. Now, I'm not saying that the possibility ain't there for her to be over there on that side, the one what she do. Okay. But I don't think it's with Selena. That's just my personal. But you tell us what we don't know. Okay, let us know. Now the party done started. Everybody gets there. Of course, Maria's not there. She's not featuring Miss Girl. Now Gucci walks in. Of course, Selena comes in with her daughter. Tambra comes in. Tambra, you got on my damn nerves when you was standing in between Selena and Gucci. Because if they wanted to get at something, it wasn't nothing your little ass was gonna be able to do. Kept insinuating, kept kind of trying to over talk and stuff like that. Like, get your ass out the way, move. She was getting on my nerves. But anywho, so Gucci walks in with her cock blockers on. First of all, she came in there with a little toot, and I don't know what's going on with you, but I feel like if you ain't want to come to Latrice event, you shouldn't have came. Came into her event, gave her this fake hug or whatever, then went and hugged everybody else and all that. And it's like, girl, again, if you didn't want to come, you could have played the back like Marie did. Like, why did you come? I feel like you only came so you could go back and talk about the girl event. You was just over there dragging her about stuff being repoed and all this other stuff. So it's like, Gucci, as much as we might want to be team you sometimes, girl, we starting to see you, girl. We are starting to see you. So Gucci came in, she barely hugged Latrice or whatever. She speaks to Tambra, acts like she did not even see Selena standing there at all, which I think was so lame. Now I will say this, Selena, excuse me, when you saw Gucci, you also could have been like, hey, Gucci girl. You could have said something to her too, the same way Tambra did. You could have spoke. But the way that she came over and hugged on Tambra and stuff, she still could have been like, she could have said, hey, y'all. She could have said that as well. So I don't think nobody is right in that situation. I feel like just like you wanted Gucci to speak, you could have spoke and vice versa. Okay. Now, Selena says, 1 second. Shantae, come here. Oh, not you calling this lady by her real name, Shantae. Come here, Shantae. Sophia, come here. So she was like, is Tambra the only person you see here? Girl, the way she pointed her nail and her finger in Tambra's face, I said, girl, Selena is a damn mess. Okay. Is she the only person you see over here? And Gucci said, well, you didn't want to speak at the baby shower. And I'm over here like, y'all did speak at the baby shower. Matter of fact, you went over there and asked the woman for some damn water or whatever it was that you asked the lady for. And I think she told you how to go about getting it or had somebody get it for you. That's one. Then two, for me, it's the fact that you also sat up there and was talking shit about this lady baby shower, but you over here worried about whether or not she spoke at the baby shower. You was over there being disrespectful. She got her daughter sitting in lawn chairs and this and that. I wouldn't dare have my daughter doing that. But bitch, you had your daughter sitting on a lawn in a chair. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I don't care if it was a pandemic. Girl, you could have did an outside, all that yard y'all, it looked like y'all had. Girl, you could have did an outside baby shower, spread it out. Hello? And had your however many quarantine amount people that you could have, and y'all could have did a baby shower. So don't be trying to sit up there and play or whatever you had going on. Okay. So Gucci, it is giving, girl, that you full of shit. Not even gonna lie, like that's what it's giving to me a little bit. And I also feel like to Selena, it was given that you might have wanted a moment with Gucci. Cause you don't like that BIT. You came in on the show on some, oh, I can't stand one of the bells and this and that and da da da. So you didn't speak to her purposely because you wanted her to avoid you just so you could have a moment to pull her to the side and slick check her ass on camera. That's what it was given. So again, I can't really pick no side in that situation. I'm just gonna call both of y'all out for what it is. Now, Gucci, for you to sit up there and call Selena extra, yikes! I do understand that she's on your show, and it might appear as though she might be a quote unquote extra, but she not, girl. The extra was the extra people in the background, the people that had the wigs on. Those are extras. She's giving friend of the show, but also gag is she is giving. We know her way before we even knew you. And that's something Selena had to say. BIT, like, girl, I've been here. I've been doing this way before there was a you. I was a everything before you. BIT, I was with JJ before your. It's okay. I had his kids before you had anything, bitch. So don't sit up here and play with me. And I was slick like Selena, get in her shit. Because what you're not gonna do is sit up here and call me no damn extra as if you didn't just look up to get on the show. And the reason why you about looked up to get on this show, let's be very clear, is still connected to my celebrity. Because had I not been on Bring It and then brought my ex-husband on to Bring It, which gave him a bit of celebrity, and him being connected to you probably would not been able to land you the opportunity that you have now. So what you're not gonna do is call me an extra, but you can speak on the extra favors that I did for your ass. Is what you can do. But girl, listen, I'm gonna let the girls fight it out because that's what they was about to do towards the end of the episode. Okay, I ain't necessarily got a side on this, but y'all read each other down accordingly. But that's all that I got on this particular episode of Belle Collective. Y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know how you felt about the episode. Okay, I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.